Hi, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food. Yesterday, a local farmer I met was able to sell me 2 of these gorgeous looking pineapples grown locally here in the Caribbean. I mean, aren't these here beautiful? And I have 2 of them actually. So I thought, let me make a video of this. This is a good opportunity to make a nice pineapple dessert that I like making and share this dessert as well with you. It's very, very simple. And as a matter of fact, as I think about it more and more, most of the things I want to show you, I want to show you simple things that don't require a lot of ingredients where you have to spend a lot of money, but things which are very inexpensive. So today we're going to make a caramelized pineapple, and we're going to serve it with some vanilla ice cream. So it's going to be awesome. And vanilla ice cream goes really well with the caramelization because you have the bittersweet, and then you have that nice sweetness, vanilla taste of the ice cream. So I went ahead earlier and I peeled the pineapple, which is what I have here. This is a peeled pineapple. And basically what I do to peel the pineapple is I take the 2 ends off, and then I peel the pineapple, I tend to use a serrated edge knife, and I peel it around the contours of the pineapple. So when I peel the pineapple, I'm kind of curving my knife around the pineapple as I peel it because I want to get off the skin, and I also want to get off some of the eyes of the pineapple as well too, because I don't want to see the eyes or too many of the eyes on my actual peeled pineapple. Once your pineapple was peeled, I went ahead and sliced it into medium to thick slices because I'm going to caramelize it. And as I caramelize the pineapple, it's going to get smaller and smaller. It's going to shrink just a little bit. So I don't want it to be too thin, but for my purposes, I wanted it to be just a little larger so I can have a nice base of which I can put a beautiful scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. So ingredients again for this are quite simple. Very, very simple dessert, nothing complicated. Of course, we need the star, which is the pineapple. If you can get it locally, it's even better. And I was so excited to get this beautiful pineapple here in the Caribbean. And then, of course, we're going to need some sugar. And I have some granulated sugar. I prefer granulated sugar because it caramelizes faster than if you use brown sugar. And so I would recommend you use granulated sugar. If you can't get granulated sugar, well, of course, use the brown sugar. And we're going to need a little water. We want to put a drop of water in the actual pan with the sugar when we're doing the caramelization. And then once it's caramelized and it's golden brown, what we want to do is we want to add some additional water, which is what I have here, which now would stop the caramelization process. And then that now helps us to create a beautiful sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the stove on so I could show you how to do this caramelization of pineapple. And what I do is I put the stove on to a high heat. I'm going to take now my granulated sugar, and this is about 250 grams of granulated sugar I have here, and we're going to add this into this pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to allow this now to just leave it, let it sit right here, and I will allow this now to caramelize. It's going to turn golden brown, and once it starts turning golden brown, I will take a spoon. I have it handy as well, and I will stir this until it really becomes a nice sauce consistency. I don't want it black, I want it golden brown, because any further it goes into brown, then it gets black and then we can't use it. And then I'm going to add my water, which will start the process. But what I want to do now, remember I mentioned to you we're going to add a little water. That's going to help with the caramelization. So we just want to add just a drop of water. That's all we want to add. Let's add a little bit more. That's all I'm going to add, just a drop of water. And we're just going to leave this now at this high heat. And this is actually going to start to melt this sugar. And then we can start the caramelization process. We can start then adding some other stuff to it and continue with this dish until it's all completed. So I'm going to allow this to do its stuff for the next 5 minutes. Then I'm going to come back. And when I'm back, we're going to continue with the next process. So I'm back to check on this sugar here caramelizing. So as you can see, it's nicely caramelizing. It's getting dark around the edges. And this is something that I'm going to just take my spoon and I'm just going to move this around just a little bit. Move it gently though, because you don't want to get this on your skin. This would burn you really badly. Take your skin off. And we don't want anyone going to the hospital. So I'm moving it very gentle. And as you can see, it's nice and golden brown now. And it's turning nice and... So I can still feel a bit more sugar in here. So I want that sugar to caramelize a bit more. And then we're going to add our water. And I have my water here handy as well. So this is extremely hot. When you add the water as well, you want to step back as well, because you don't want any of this to splatter on you. So it's turning into a really beautiful caramelized sauce right now. Yeah, that's looking really good actually. And cleanup process is very simple. All you do when you're finished is when you get all the sauce and everything out, you just add some water and bring this back to a boil and boil it for probably about 10 minutes. And then your pot is nice and clean, then you can wash it with some soap and water. So cleanup process is very simple. So as you can see now, I have like a really lovely sauce consistency. You see I have this beautiful sauce? This beautiful sauce I have here. So a really beautiful sauce consistency. And now, I like the color of this. I don't want to get this any darker because I don't want it to be bitter or anything of that nature. So if I let it go any further, it's going to get bitter. So now we're going to go ahead now and add our water. So I'm going to add the water. Great. And I kind of step back a bit. That's beautiful. I tend to leave the spoon in there for a little bit. We're going to bring this now back to a boil, but what I will do is I'm going to go ahead now and I will add the pineapple inside here. So we're going to add the pineapple. And I'm leaving the spoon inside here just a little longer so that the spoon has a bit of sugar still on it, which is hardened up. So I want when it comes to boil, I want that to take off the water. I want it to boil off the sugar that's on the spoon. So I added pineapple in here, and all fitted quite well actually. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and allow this to come back to a boil. I'll push the spoon somewhat underneath here. Allow this to come back to a boil, and then we're going to bring it to a boil. We'll lower it to a simmer, and we'll allow this pineapple here to cook out in this pan. Now, the other thing you could do is once you've done this method, you can always transfer this as well to an oven in a pan, you know, like maybe a hotel pan or a dish, Pyrex dish or something of that nature. Cover it with some foil paper, put it in there at about 350 degrees Fahrenheit and allow it to bake until the pineapple is nice and tender. What we're doing is that we're changing the structure and texture of the pineapple and making it into dessert and make it even more flavorful to consume and to eat. So we're going to allow this to come up to a boil. This is probably going to take at least about 20 or so minutes. And we'll let it come to a boil, lower it to a simmer, and then we're going to come back and check on this pineapple and look forward to finishing up this dish. So I'm going to go and do some other things while this is doing. Check on my ice cream, get that out of the freezer, let it set for a bit so we can put a beautiful scoop on top of here. Okay, so I'm back to check on this pineapple and it's looking so amazing. Let me just lower the heat just a bit. And as you can see, the sauce is really thickened up nicely. And the pineapple is really beautifully caramelized. It's really, really gorgeous. It's lovely. Oh wow, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. The other thing I forgot to mention to you as well is what I'm going to do. Let me just put this plate here because this is what we're going to plate this pineapple on. I'm going to just take this pineapple out of the way for a few minutes. And what I forgot to mention to you here as well too is that you can also take a small core, like a circle cutter. You can also cut the middle core out as well because that tends to be a bit hard and not edible. But in this particular case, what we can do is we can eat around that core and leave the core behind. Or some people actually eat the core as well too. But this pineapple is looking amazing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and plate this pineapple up. I'm going to step to the fridge first, or freezer, and get my vanilla ice cream. I got my plate ready. We're going to plate this up, and then we're going to taste this amazing caramelized pineapple with vanilla ice cream. I think I'm going to take it outside out on the patio and just sit down and enjoy this lovely dessert. And again, fresh pineapple I got from a farmer just down the street from where I live here in the Caribbean. Beautiful pineapple growing right here. Look how gorgeous this is. It's so wonderful. If you need this farmer's information, just send me a comment and I can send you his contact information, his name and phone number and everything else as well. But he's growing some beautiful pineapple. So let me just run to the fridge. I'm going to come back. I want to grab my vanilla ice cream and we're going to finish this dish up, go outside, eat it, and enjoy this pineapple on this beautiful Sunday evening. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm going to go ahead now and plate this up. So I'm going to take out one of these beautiful pineapples. Look how beautiful this is. So gorgeous. And then what I also do too is I normally take a bit of sauce as well too. And I put a bit of sauce on this pineapple. A little bit of that sauce, that nice caramelized sauce, which I will also put into the pineapple, into the ice cream. And then what we do next is we take the ice cream. You can put just a scoop of ice cream on top of here. And then let's just go ahead now and taste this lovely, well, you know what? I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna take this with me outside and we're gonna eat this outside and enjoy this. So I'm gonna head outside and consume this meal. Let me just turn off the stove. Okay, I'll see you underneath out in the patio. Well, I'm outside here in the patio enjoying the wonderful outdoors. And I can't think of a better place to sit and to enjoy my tropical pineapple that I got from my local farmer, along with my delicious vanilla ice cream. And it looks so delicious. Again, as you can see, it's a very simple dessert. It wasn't anything complicated, so I'd like for you to try it at home. Very, very simple, just a few ingredients. It was the pineapple, sugar and water, and that's all it was. And just about 20 or 30 minutes of your time, and you have a 5-star restaurant quality pineapple dessert. So before I consume this, I'm going to let you know how it tastes as well. If you've enjoyed the show, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Again, ring the bell as well too, so you're notified of future shows when they come out each week as well. And send me as many comments as you can. Anything you think I could do to improve this actual dish or any suggestions you may have. And again, my name is John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food. So delicious. So amazingly delicious. So delicious. I'll see you next time.